Hey everybody, Mark here. I'm in my garage. I'm not doing a bike project. I'm not going hiking. I'm not doing any cooking today. Well, not that I'm recording. We just need to talk, okay? I got something going on. For those of you that have actually been paying attention to my channel, maybe saw my post up on the community page, I have decided I need to start making a little bit of money in doing this videos. This is a topic I just wish I didn't have to bring up because I'm no good at it, okay? And that is, I'm asking you for money. I want to get out of the Uber Lyft. I want to make my YouTube channel my primary source of income. I'm just getting to the point where I think I've run my course with Uber and Lyft. It's fine and I can still do it. You know, my accounts are still active. I can still get out there and drive if I need to, but I really don't want to get back out there. I want to sit here, I want to make these videos and I want to share them with you guys, but in order to do that, I need money coming in. I don't have enough subscribers to my channel or enough viewing time to get me monetized. But I mean, I still have expenses, you know, when it comes to doing my videos. I've got to buy, you know, like I got 3 or 4 projects, maintenance projects I want to do on my bike. You know, I need money to do those projects. So yeah, I just need some help on doing this. So I have actually now set up a Patreon account. You can go in, subscribe, become a patron, help me out a little bit here. You know, $1 a month is the minimum I'm asking. And when I was setting up the tier levels, I was trying to think of names to go with those tier levels. Tier 1, Tier 2, I didn't like that. And, you know, with motorcycle racing and stuff like that, they get medals and awards and trophies. You know, there's first, second, third place. Even the cooking contests, you know, you get ribbons. So I actually went with the ribbon idea. So, being the world that we live in, you get a ribbon just for participating nowadays. You don't even have to win, come in the top couple, you know, top 2, 3, 5, whatever, to get an award. You get an award just for participating. So that's my tier 1, is a participation award. Basically all you get is a pre-written automatic thank you letter. The next tier up is a red ribbon. So, you know, if you go to 4-H or anything like that, you know, you'll see different types of ribbons. For the red ribbon is that you get the thank you letter and then you get your name in small font in the credits once. And then the next one up is the blue ribbon, and that's the $20 or more a month. And you'll get your name in the credits in a large font, so everybody can really see that you really sustain and support this channel. But again, that's just a one-time thing. It's not going to repeat every month. But then the $100 a month tier, I call the Grand Champion tier, and that is you'll get your name in the video, not in the credits, in the actual video, that you are a Grand Champion Patreon supporter. And I will do that every month for as long as you keep that subscription going. Basically what I'm coming down to, and I'm sorry if I'm rambling on this, but I want you to know what's going on, is that I'm asking you for money to help sustain my channel. If you like what I'm doing, even if you don't really like it, but you see that it's got potential, I want you to help out. Please help out. I'm begging you, and like I said, I'm not good at asking for money, as you can tell. The other thing that Patreon does is that they let you set a goal. Now the goal could be, you know, set either on how many Patreon subscribers you get. You know, once you hit 10 subscribers, maybe you'll do something special. Or it could be a dollar amount. And I decided to go with the dollar amount. To me, it just kind of makes more sense. So, I actually had to write this down so I wouldn't forget them. If I can make $100 a month, I will buy either a new piece of video equipment. It could be a drone. It could be a wireless microphone. It could be maybe a new editing software to where maybe my rendering videos are a little bit crisper and sharper and I can produce them a little bit faster. Maybe it'll be lighting or something like that. I don't know yet. Or I will buy something new for the kitchen, a new piece of kitchen equipment that I've never used before. Maybe like an immersion cooker. I've never used one before, and I've been looking at them going, those could be kind of fun, you know, different and stuff. My brother-in-law has one, and he just raves about it. Maybe I'll get that. I don't know. It could be anything. I've got several of these goals already planned out, and you can see them on my Patreon page. If we can achieve a $250 a month, then I will go do a 5-day backpacking trip. Okay, now this is just duration. It's not distance. I'm not going to cover 100 miles in 5 days. I'm not going to do anything stupid like that. But I will be out camping in a tent, walking through the woods. Most likely around here, it's going to end up being on the Ice Age Trail. It could be through like the Kettle Moraine system, where I might have to pay for campsites, or it could be farther up north, where like the Jerry Lake segment, which I totally flopped on, but they've got dispersed camping up there and it won't cost me anything to actually camp there. But it's also far away from anything, so I need to make sure I've got everything in place before I go. So, you know, again, it's just one of those things. Hell, maybe I'll pack up and I'll go to the Appalachian Trail and hike that for 5 days. I don't know. It's one of those things. I won't know until we actually get to that $250 a month tier goal, whatever. No, I kept going with these. Okay, I kept on thinking, well, you know, this could happen, and this could happen, and, you know. So I kept on writing these goals. So for a $500 a month goal, I say that I'm going to buy something new for the garage, the workshop here. It could be the motorcycle lift that I would want. You know, I've been talking about it. I'm going to get one. And I still haven't gotten one. Maybe that's what I'll get. Or maybe I'll get a project bike or something like that. You know, I just don't know, and I won't know until we hit that $500 goal. If I can hit this $1,000 a month goal, I will drive my bike, Angel, from the most northeasterly area up and around Maine. I'm not saying I'm going to go to the most northeastern town, and I'm not doing that, but I'll be up in Maine somewhere, and I will ride all the way down to southwestern California. Okay? Maybe it'll take me 2 weeks to do it. I don't know. But if I can hit $1,000 a month, I will take that motorcycle trip. And then my last one, and I was really dreaming here, okay? Because once I hit that $1,000 a month, it was like, well, you know, okay, if I can make that, then maybe I can also make this goal, and that's a $2,000 a month goal. If, and I know this is a big if, I think I even put it in here that I know I'm dreaming on this one. But if I can hit $2,000 a month, Jen and I will do another international trip. We had such a good time in New Zealand. We loved it. I hated leaving. I really did. And if you were to talk to Jen right now, she could tell you that I've almost been in a funk, just a depression ever since we left. I did not want to leave, and I want to go back. I really do. But if we reach this $2,000 a month goal, we'll go somewhere else. Maybe it'll be somewhere in Europe. Could be England, could be Greenland, could be Norway. That's where my ancestry is from, is Norway. I would love to go to Lillehammer. That's where my family grew up. You know, that's where my great-great-grandparents lived. And I would love to go to Lillehammer and see it. Maybe it'll be Africa, you know, and take a safari and stuff like that. We don't know. Asia, India, Australia, maybe we'll even go back to New Zealand. We don't know. And we won't know until we hit that $2,000 goal. That's basically what this video is going to be all about. It was just to tell you that I've got this Patreon account to help support and sustain this channel. And I mean, right now I'm sitting at close to 300 subscribers, and I really appreciate that. You have no idea. I mean, I'm getting there. It's taking off slowly, but it's getting there. You know, I did like 5 years of being less than 100 people, and then May of 2019 I finally hit that 100 subscribers. And just over the course of the 2019 year, I've now almost tripled that, and I'm coming up on 300. And I think by the time May of 2020 rolls around, I will hit 300. And that's so exciting to me. It's growing. People are liking it. People are subscribing. They want to know what I'm doing, and they want to see my adventures and see what I do on these bikes, you know, for maintenance. They want to be out on the trails with me. They want to see me cooking. It's working. It is. The word's getting out. People are liking, sharing, subscribing. I love it. Keep it up. But I need more. I want to get out of this Uber driving. I want to make my channel my sustained lifestyle. And what I mean by that is I want to just sit here and make videos and just keep on giving them to you guys. That's what I want. I'm sorry guys, let me change the angle because I'm sure you're getting bored. The whole Patreon thing isn't the only thing I want to talk about in this video. I just wanted to give you a heads up on a couple of things that you can expect. Of course, I'm going to keep on doing more cooking videos. I've got dishes lined up. I've got a stuffed pasta, the jumbo shells. We stuffed some of those with a cheese vegetable mix, and it's really good. It's like one of the few vegetarian dishes that I actually like. I got a meatloaf recipe and a couple other things all set and ready to go. I've been playing with a couple of recipes, trying them out. We've never had them before. Made it once. There are aspects of it we liked, and there was aspects that we didn't like. So I'm going to try to refine the recipe a little bit and get it to be, you know, a really good recipe. As far as biking goes, you know, the motorcycle, I've got a couple of maintenance videos that I want to do during this off season. I want to change the fork oil in the front forks. I'm also going to show you how to check and do up the air pressure in the rear struts. Oh, I had someone comment that they wanted to know how to change the spark plugs, and there is a little bit of a secret to that, so I'll make a video on that. I also wanted to do a video of why I chose the Vulcan 1600 as my motorcycle. When I made the purchase, I narrowed it down to 3. It was a Harley Fat Boy, a Suzuki C90, and then of course the Vulcan 1600. And so I'm going to make up little charts, or, you know, little write-up boards, and it'll have different information on them, and I'll just basically say, you know, this bike had this bike had that, this bike had this, and why I chose the one I chose. As far as hiking goes, it's kind of touch and go this time of year because you just never know what's going to happen with the weather. You know, we might get a rain, we might get a snow, we might have a good day. So my hiking videos are kind of tossed up in the air right now. There were a few things I was wanting to get done before we went to New Zealand, but I just never got around to it. But then I've also got other trails that I want to try to start hiking too. There's the Badger State Trail, there's the Drumline Trail, there's 2 or 3 others. And so yeah, I want to try to start getting out, and some of these trails are actually really long trails, so it's not going to be just a one video type thing and then the trail's done. I mean, some of these trails, they could be like 40 miles or more long, so I'm going to have to break it up into segments. That's kind of what I'm looking towards doing in this coming year. Of course, that's not all of it. You know, I'm going to have riding videos and stuff like that. I did notice, it happened a few years ago when I was starting my channel, I was doing individual roads. Particularly, I wanted to do the rustic roads. Here in Wisconsin, we have what's called the Rustic Roads program. And they're just little roads. You go out and ride them on your motorcycle. And, you know, it's just a way to get out and see kind of geological things and whatnot, you know. And some roads are paved, some are dirt, you know, some of them are mixed of both. So, and I started doing them, and I had like maybe 3 of them done, I think it was, 3 or 4. But I used regular music, like maybe something from Led Zeppelin or something from AC/DC as background music. And those videos were actually removed for copyright reasons. It's like, you know, I see stuff like that all over YouTube all the time, but somehow my videos got deleted. I don't know why. So I'm going to go through, I'm going to start redoing those videos, and I'm just going to use duty-free music in the background, you know, kind of like what I do now. Yeah, I might just start doing maybe more motovlogging, you know, at least like maybe 2 or 3 motovlogs in a year. So yeah, I've got a lot of plans on what I want to do. Jen and I are planning on taking about a week-long vacation, and right now we're thinking that we're going to go out to Colorado to the VRA West Rally. It's in Grand Junction on June 9th, 10th, and 11th. So that right now is our plan, but we may switch it. We don't know if we're going to be able to do that. We may just hook up the pop-up trailer to the truck and go out camping for a week. We might just do that. So yeah, I've got a lot of plans. Don't know which way things are going to go on a lot of it, but I've got ideas on, you know, more things to do for this year and to get out for you guys to watch. And again, that's why I need your help. So again, I'm asking for money, and I hate doing it, but it's kind of the way that the channel has to go. You know, I've got to generate an income to do these things, and I want to be able to do it for you guys. So yeah, just another thing like that. All right, time to change the scene again. Let's go. So yeah, then we got this word from my parents just before we left for New Zealand that my dad was going to need heart surgery. And so yeah, that was always in the back of our heads when we were out in New Zealand, you know, is what's going on, you know, what do they need, what are we doing, what's going on. And when we got back, we found out that he was going to need a heart valve replacement. Again, we didn't know exactly what was going on. You know, was it going to be a mechanical valve? Was it going to be one of those bio valves? They actually use like either pig heart or cow heart. After the months of testing and research and, you know, this, that, the other thing, my dad did finally have his heart surgery. It actually just happened this past weekend. It was quite amazing. It really was. They did go with a bio valve. It's like I think they used a cow heart piece, and it's got, basically it's a piece of metal, a piece of like mesh that has cow heart tissue around that mesh, and they put that in, and they actually went in through the subclavicle area over here. It was me, my mom, my younger brother, and his wife were all there with him until they took him back to the OR. And we hadn't had breakfast, at least my mom and I hadn't, because Dad couldn't eat anything. So on our way up to the hospital, we didn't feel right stopping by McDonald's and eating in front of him when he couldn't have anything. So by the time they took him back, we were pretty hungry. So it's like, all right, let's go get something to eat. But anyway, after lunch, we were heading back to the hospital, and we were probably maybe a half mile, quarter mile to the hospital. Then we get a call from them saying, hey, Dad's out of the OR, everything went great, and he should be back in his room in about 20 minutes. Oh, okay, perfect timing. I couldn't believe it only took that long. It only took 2 hours when they called us saying that he was done. And here they were, they were like, well, we'll keep him back in the operating room, just for observations for the next 20 minutes before we actually move him back into his room. Okay, sounds good. And we got to the room, and we were there for maybe 10 minutes, and they came rolling in. And you could tell Dad was pretty sore, They were going to keep him overnight. That was a given. He wasn't going home. At 4 o'clock, we finally got upstairs to our room. And I remember there was this big, huge sign on the wall just across from his bed. And it has, your primary nurse is so-and-so, your nurse for this shift is so-and-so, the date is this, your checkout date should be this. But then it also has those pain tolerance scales, 0 to 10. So where's your pain located? 0 being low, 10 being high. So I looked at Dad, I go, so where's your pain located on this chart? He's like, 1. Are you kidding me? You just had heart surgery and your pain is only a 1 4 hours after heart surgery? He goes, yeah. He goes, I'm feeling good. And he goes, I really don't know why they want me to stay here. Of course, that's my dad. So, yeah, they came in. We were talking to people during the course of the afternoon and into the evening. And they're like, yeah, everything's looking really good. You'll probably be out of here by about noon tomorrow. Holy crap, really? So, lo and behold, Mom and I came home that night, and stuff like that. We planned on going up the next night. And she came over, and we started heading up. And we were just leaving Beloit on 213, heading up to Madison. All of a sudden, Dad calls. So where are you guys? Are you on your way yet? Yeah, we're just leaving Beloit. All right, well, I've already talked to the doc and this, that, and the other thing, and they said I'll probably be out of here by noon. And sure enough, he was. His checkout time was just right around noon. It was unbelievable. But the big thing is they put his arm in a sling. And it's not because they didn't want him to move it. He can move it a little bit, okay? They don't want him lifting his arm up over his head or shrugging his shoulder or anything like that. And then he's also got a weight restriction of 10 pounds. So basically like a gallon of milk. Don't pick up anything or push anything more than that 10 pounds. That's it. That's his restrictions. But that sling is basically there just to remind him, if you're getting up out of a chair, don't put your hands on the table and push yourself up. Or the same thing when you're sitting back down. Don't put your hands on the chair or the couch and then lower yourself into the couch. You don't use that arm. So that's really basically all that sling is for. So yeah, he's doing great. Now, the only thing is, once I'm done doing this video, I've got to actually run to their house because my dad left his slippers there. Well, Jen's working this weekend, so she's like, well, I'll pick him up. So she did. She brought him home last night, and I'm going to run the slippers over to him once this video is done. So yeah, the end of my year has been kind of hard because I've been feeling really depressed and stuff about having to leave New Zealand. I'm feeling, I was feeling nervous and quite anxious about my dad having this heart surgery. And then with all the stuff going on with my chapter, just getting frustrated with, the inactivity of the members and just having to say, I'm done with the chapter. Maybe I'll come back, and do it again, but for now I just want to get away from it. So having gone through all of that, it's been a toll on me, and It's been quite the year. It really has, or at least the end of a year. Actually, no, it's been a weird full year. I guess basically what I want you to get out of this is I need your help to sustain this channel. That's the only way I can do it. I want to get out of this Uber Lyft driving. I want to concentrate on my videos and giving you guys good footage and good videos to watch. And I want you to be able to say, yeah, I'll give. And then after that, I also want you to say, boy, I'm glad I did that. He really deserved it. That's kind of what I'm hoping. And like I said, I suck at asking for money. You know, it's your money, and you know, who am I to sit there and say, give it to me, I need it. But give it to me, I need it. Alright guys, I'll talk to you later. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you on the road. Bye.